The head coach at Gadsden City High School. And first off, I'd like to give a thank. All glory goes to God. Open for any questions.
Just coach and player.
To my left, I have Kyle Franklin. To my right, I have Devin Barksdale and Jacoby Sharp.
Coach, you're going to the Final Four. How does that sound?
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's always nice. That's where you always want to go, and that's what you plan for. That's your scheduling and your preseason. All that stuff right there is for this moment right here. And for us to be playing our best ball right now and have a chance at the Final Four, like I said, all the glory has to go to God and the players.
Then the players just, at Final Four. I know you've been there before, obviously, but how does it feel to go there?
Great experience. I'm lost for words.
I mean, we ain't never been there before. We just gonna be glad to be down there. We gonna whoop some.
Okay.
Devin?
I'm just thankful, bro. All glory go to God. I can't even explain for real. I'm just happy, bro.
Rob and Devin, y'all both won state before. Talk about just going back finally, especially together this time.
Oh yeah, man. I woke up last night this morning about 4 o'clock, man, out of my sleep. It's been hunting me a little bit, man. I've been the last few times when I was coaching, I was in the regionals and lost in the regional games. So, it's like a pressure on you to, man, we got to get it done. And everybody want to see you get it done, because when I was getting hired at Gadsden City, it was like, well, there's this expectation that he did it in 1A, can he do it in 6A, can he do this right here, and just for it all to happen right there that quick in like the last 3 minutes. I've been in those games before. I thought we did a really good job when it mattered the most, and so I'm proud of the boys and the poise that they had down the stretch, man. I can't thank them enough. So with us going back to the Final Four, I love it there. It's like I've been telling them, like, you want to get there. My head coach used to tell us in high school when I was a player, he's like, man, you want to go to Birmingham. The experience, you get to go in the hotel, they court you around. And so I've been telling them that all week. And so now they actually about to get the chance to experience it. So I'm happy for them.
Ralph, could you speak to all the big shots Devin hit down the stretch?
Oh, man. Man. Like, I thought the roof was going to come off the place, even on the one that he missed. But, I mean, that spurt ability that he had right there, man, that's what you got to have if you want to win and advance at this time of the year. And, I mean, when he was taking those shots, man, I was like, man, at first I was like, man, Devin going to shoot us out the game. And then all of a sudden that little run spurt came right there. I was like, oh, no, them were actually the shots he liked to make. And so he made them. And I'm just thankful that he had the courage to take them, and all that work that he's been putting in over the years, it actually paid off.
Devin, can you talk about that? Those just having the ball in those moments and taking those shots?
I mean, going in like the third quarter, I had 8 points for a while. I was looking up at the scoreboard, and I couldn't get on the board. I peaked in myself that I really wasn't locked in, and then I was just like, all right, bro, this could be my last game. So like, I'm gonna have to shake. I just boosted my own confidence. I don't even know how. I seen one fall, and it was over after that.
Devin, you've played on some really good teams with some really good players, but just what's different about this journey as opposed to other state championship teams you've been on?
I play a bigger role. Yeah, I was one of the supporting cast on the other teams, and I was always the little guy to come off the bench. Or even my second year winning it, I had 4 D1 caliber players playing beside me. So like, this time is different because I have a bigger role, and I understand I have to lead. And I feel like a lot of my teammates are depending on me, so I got to set an example and just lead by example, basically.
Coach, can you speak to that as well?
Oh, yeah. So I think Devin and I, even with the team, we had those conversations early in the year. And because I've been watching Devin since he was a little boy. And when he was on the state championship teams, I was there. I watched every game. I saw it. And his role was valuable, but he wasn't in the leadership role. And so when he came here, like, when he came to Gadsden City, you can't hang around the back of the line in practice. You can't walk into practice late. You got to be the one to stay after. You have to be the one when everybody's down and emotionally not understanding what's going on. You've been there before. They depended on you to lead them. And so he's been doing a really good job of that. And I can't say enough about him. I'm glad we have him at Gadsden City.
Coach, just talk about kind of like, just overall improving yourself at different levels and just having that dog mentality. It seems like it kind of shared throughout the whole locker room with you guys, stuff like that. Just overall, in terms of Gadsden City basketball.
Well, it comes down to, and I'll let my players right here finish this right here. It can't be on you. You got to be in you. So no matter what level you're on, it don't matter where you are. When God bless you with certain talents and certain spirits to motivate and to lead young people and things like that, it doesn't matter what level that you're at. And so when I came to Gadsden City, it was a struggle a little bit trying to figure out how to get that in their culture. And you know, everybody said they wanted to change the culture, but I didn't change it. I brought the culture because I am a part of the culture. So you know, I thought that was a really good chance for us on the floor right here. This is what people don't know. The 2 years that I took off from coaching, the guys on Oxford team, they played 7 guys. 6 of the 7 guys I coached in the whole time that I was not head coach in high school. They all played in my travel basketball program. So me growing the game in the game of basketball, that's just who I am, and that's what I enjoy doing. So I love being in this situation. I love to be able to lead young men. And I'm glad that Gadsden City got me there to lead these young men.
Coach, we talked several times this season, and you take your lumps early. You weren't finishing games like you really wanted to. Kind of talk about how you got those guys to focus in and then come finish a game like this.
Well, early in the year, yes, the schedule was quite brutal. When you're at Gadsden City, you can't call a little pee-wee team and say, "Look, man, do you want to play?" Because they're not going to let you beat up on them. That's not going to happen. So we had to play the Huffmans of the world, the Clay Chalkers of the world. And like you said, at those games, we struggled, taking care of the ball at times. We just didn't understand. We didn't have the chemistry. We couldn't figure it out. We were shuffling through starters, football players, kids that played football came back. So we really struggled trying to find the chemistry with this team and what was best for this team. And then like I said, all of a sudden at Christmas, we went to Atlanta to play in a showcase in Atlanta. And we got over there, and it was nice to be in Atlanta, and we got our tail handed to us. I mean, we got whooped up and down the floor. So, you know, it was like some soul searching there, like, hey, we got to swallow that one, take that one to the chin, because we had to play the next day. And once we went to the hotel, everybody ate, everybody chilled, everybody moved to the next game, and then we played the next game against Douglas County, and we won. And I said, you know what? We may be okay, because they just took a butt whooping over here, and they weren't rattled. They didn't quit. They actually put the bootstraps up, and they kept going. And from that moment right there, I started to see the growth in them, where they weren't afraid to lose anymore. They weren't afraid of the moment anymore. They learned from their mistakes. So here we are.
And Jacoby, man, you seemed like you were dealing with a little bit of an injury early in the game. Kind of talk about fighting your way through that.
I just didn't want to give up on my team. I was talking to my coaches and my teammates all week about how my back was hurting. So I just had to fight through it because I didn't want to go home.
Coach, they had almost double the rebounds than you. They shot the ball better than you. You guys forced 14 more turnovers there. Is that kind of maybe where you saw the difference in the game, or maybe it leveled the playing field for you guys?
I'll let them tell you. How many turnovers we need? How many turnovers did we need?
20.
We had to cause 20 or more, did we?
21?
21. There it is. And that is the balance in the game, because we're not a really big team. We're not. You have to use your speed. We have to use our speed more. And they were beating the glass up. I mean, especially in the first half, man. They were getting offensive rebound, and that could have been detrimental to us if they didn't turn the ball over there right at the end. Yeah, we wouldn't be sitting here right now, and they'll be on their way to Birmingham right now. But I just thought the ability of Jedediah, Zion, the kid that we have that committed to the University of Alabama to play cornerback, Devin, and those guys, when they lock in defensively, they can really apply some pressure with their speed. They're Jay called himself Little Pest Control. That's what he called himself. And he is a little pest. And Matthew and them. So I'm just proud of the boys, how they rallied together, and they stuck to the game plan, and here we are.
Coach, kind of talk about coming up in the Final Four. You got Paul Bryant.
Paul Bryant. So I'm gonna give y'all a nugget. In the fall league in Birmingham Fall League. Birmingham has a fall league for our kids, and we chose to drive to Birmingham every week to play in the fall league. So did Paul Bryant. So did Pinson Valley. That's 3 of the 4 teams in the Final Four who was competing in that league. And Paul Bryant, they got big guys. I think King Larkin plays with them. He was on the travel ball team where we play, and so you can kind of see we can play with those guys. They're big, but if we sit down and we put our best game plan together and we get focused and practice the way that we're supposed to, hey, I like our chances.
How y'all gonna celebrate?
How we gonna celebrate?
Yep.
Oh yeah, we're gonna celebrate really well. We got to celebrate our small wins. Right now, it's time for celebration, and then when it's time for us to prepare, we'll prepare. So
What y'all
once we
gonna do?
leave here, I can only imagine what school is gonna be like. But we got to get back to schoolwork because he got AP English. And Devin got some assignments he have to turn in. So we're gonna enjoy this, and then tomorrow we got to get back to work.
And just the crowd. I mean, you guys packed it north all the way up. I mean, I think you had maybe 2/3 of the arena. Just how much does that help, especially in those final minutes when, you know, Devin's about to blow the roof off this place?
Oh yeah, I think we kind of knew. We called this at the beginning of the year before any ball was even thrown up when the school year started. I told y'all who's gonna be the two teams. It was us and Oxford to see who go to Birmingham. And I said, well, you know what? We could play them for all the marbles because I knew how Gadsden City was gonna turn out if we made it to the regionals. And they did. Like you said, the student body, the mayor done text me and called me. He's going crazy right now. I just knew that they would show up because in East Alabama, Oxford and Gadsden City are the two largest schools in East Alabama. And with Jack State being the regional school for this entire regional, I mean, this was just like a meetup spot for us. This is what Alabama and Clemson would do if they played in Atlanta. That's how it is, and that's what it was here. So I'm just proud that they all came out, and I'm happy that they have something to be happy about.